spray paint.
Hey, you're listening to That's Life, the podcast designed with your laughter in mind. So please sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained. That's life, and we're back.
Yes,
That's
the
what
Mushroom
all
Stamp
the
Mafia
people
has
say.
returned.
Still alive. We've survived
Really?
our bouts with hyperactive meningitis syndromes.
Yep.
We both were
West
down
Nile.
for a while.
Swine flu, the bird flu, whatever it was. We had it. It was delicious, and now
Now we're
Now we're
recovering.
better.
Yes, we're not completely well. We're just better.
I'm more so well than not because I got it first,
Yeah, true.
and then had to.
That's why we postponed last week's episode.
Right.
Pete's like, I'm sick. I'm like, all right, you know what? We'll just do it Monday. And then Saturday night, I was like, I'm sick. And then anyway, we did. This is episode 40.
Oh, hey, yeah, episode number 40. Before we get totally sidetracked
Yes.
on what we didn't or did do in the past week and a half. 2 weeks.
Let's just start at what's news now. Then we'll say what episode we're in.
Right.
Episode 40.
Seems
We're in our
reasonable.
40s. Lordy,
Snap.
look who's 40. Pete, it's us.
Ah, crap. Everything's
Yep.
getting older.
But that makes us get better. We're like wine.
Yeah.
I mean, we're like wine.
right. We stain your good pants.
Oh, yeah, with our wineness. So,
That's right.
episode 40. We're sorry last week we
40.
did have to cancel, as we mentioned, because Pete had the sickness.
Yep.
He was down with the sickness. Then I got the sickness. In true Carl fashion, I nurtured it into full-blown pneumonia.
You're right.
But that meant the doctor gave me the good zine.
I skipped the pneumonia, but had a lot of the snots and the coughs, so that would not have been pretty on, on
yeah,
the
definitely
old
not.
microphone.
Yeah, I can't have both of us disgusting
No.
on the mics. It's just,
That just wouldn't work. I just need my words to be clear to be disgusting. You can snot everywhere. That's totally cool.
yeah, it's,
I think
it's part
the
of my
audience expects
sticky
that now.
shtick, as
Yeah.
it were.
Ew, it's a shtick, and it's all stuck in this here snot rag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somehow
totally just made that up.
Years of having a snot rag, somehow I still got laid. I don't know how I did it. I must either be really charming or women are more charitable than I give them credit for.
Yeah.
Let's see.
you be the judge.
Yes.
Not that it
This
matters.
week on How Did Carl Get Laid? Bring up 3 ex-girlfriends, and they all describe how it is they actually stomachs having sex with them. But, so Pete, anything new besides sickness?
Oh goodness, where to begin? Well, so I turned 30 on Sunday. That was a thing.
Woo! Pete, you're officially dirty in your 30s.
Yeah, I'm old and shit. What's up with
Congratulations. It sucks. It only gets worse.
It was a thing, but it was to do that. Well, I guess I didn't have to.
To do that, I had to prepare.
All right.
Start spinning my cocoon, exuding silk from my spinnerets. Ew, Pete's
And I
molting.
emerged a beautiful butterfly of even more jaded sarcasm. But I did spend the weekend in North Carolina,
I'm a moth. I'm a spooky butterfly.
which
Go ahead.
That's-
North Carolina. Where'd you go, North Carolina?
yeah. So that drive is really boring.
Well, yeah.
But I didn't actually have to drive, even though I offered to help with that. I just ended up paying for gas and tolls.
Yikes. So you're $1,000.
So
You have $1,000 less money for gas.
well, I did make sure. You know, it's sad that this is a thing, but in Virginia, where we stopped once or twice, gas is only $3.49,
And it's for lovers.
which is
No
funny
wonder it's for
because
lovers.
that's still barely more expensive than the cigarettes are in that state.
But think of them. You're getting more quality gas. Oh, wait. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Well, it's harder to get the gas. Wait. No, it isn't.
yeah.
You get more miles per gallon. No, you don't.
You see, because the chocolate of the eggs is
Chocolate
brown,
and the wood of the cross is brown, so-
so
Therefore, Jesus likes chocolate bunnies.
Right.
That makes sense.
and gas is expensive because
But he
that's what
hates gay
happens.
chicken sandwiches. Continue, Pete.
Sons of bitches. Did pass a lot of Chick-fil-A's. Didn't stop at a damn one of them.
Oh,
I know. So they weren't conveniently located.
you're intolerant, Pete.
I am intolerant. I drove all the way to the south
Deep to the heart
to be intolerant.
of the beast.
Yeah. So, that
So
was
wait,
the
what the
thing.
hell did you do in North Carolina?
Well, my little brother and his wife and her whole family and everything lived down there. And the reason that we went, me and my dad, is because Monday, my nephew, which would be my dad's first grandchild, turned 1. So it was like a big deal. I was turning 30. Yeah. The first grandkid is turning 1. So we wanted to all be together and do that.
Well, that's nice. Nice chilling thing. Everybody cool.
Yeah. Well, sort of, except that, we have a 1-year-old who, last time I saw him before this past weekend was around 4th of July. And he was in that sort of baby stage of crawling around and scooting and like could walk when he wasn't thinking about it for like a couple of steps and then falls on his butt and things like that. Well, the story went about 2 weeks after my brother and his wife got home, he was just up and running. So by the time we got there this past weekend...
What, they left the baby by himself?
Kind of.
Hey, who cleaned up in here? Look, Junior!
But he...
running the vacuum. That's an awesome kid.
He was a madman that was the center of attention and knew it. So...
Well, yeah.
A showman after my own heart.
Well, that's good, though. That's how showmen get turned out.
Yeah.
So they either have to fight for attention or they get all the attention.
Yeah, well, there was no comp with the 1-year-old running around being a little baby about things and eating stuff. So I was like, well, I'll just help with the cooking because that's all right.
That's how the food happens. That's definitely cool.
And I got spicy hot sausages for my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were delicious. My dad and I are shopping, and we were like, he goes, all right, sausages, because that was like our thing. We made burgers and like potato salad, and we made shish kebab, which consisted of chicken wrapped in bacon, pineapple, onion, and pepper. So like two stacks of that on a kebab.
I just had a hunger-gasm.
And then a salad and baked beans, and so it was good. And then sort of like the sausage was for us men folk. And Dad's like, oh, you want mild or hot? I'm like, my damn party, I'll have hot sausage if I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me that hot sausage.
Hot sizzling sausage.
Hot, rub it in the bun.
Just grab it, just smear it on your face and just giving the sausage head.
Though I did throw some baked beans on that bad boy. It was delicious.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Dude, baked beans, a lot of people underappreciate how awesome things can be with baked beans. You take a hamburger, throw some baked beans on that bitch, it's like, what? So, somehow you work French fries onto it as well, and you're like, Shazam.
Good. What? I don't.
Well, that sounds like a pretty decent, happy birthday thing.
Things are weird. I'll get to this in a minute. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, I have a question for you, Pete, about your previous What's New.
Yeah.
You were discussing and commiserating with a certain young waitress.
Rebecca.
Yeah. And had accidentally spoken to her friends, her palsy wowsies.
Which was hilarity to be had by all.
The best icebreaker ever. The best icebreaker since global warming, Pete. Congratulations.
But that's how I roll.
Oh, yeah. Slowly smother her world in CO2.
Due to the way that life works, we haven't actually had a chance to like get together yet.
Okay.
It's because work's been crazy, chatting, being sick. Yeah, but we're still talking.
Well, that's the important part. That's the groundwork.
And she's going to Comic-Con this weekend, too. So it's going to have to be like a next week at some point when we can figure it out.
Oh, the one they're having in an octopus?
Right.
Oh, I got you.
That is the one.
Awesome.
But along a similar note, my other friend... I don't know how she'd want to be her name's Alex. She turned 21 today.
Congratulations.
So I want to say happy birthday to her. And
happy birthday, Alex, for being 21, you young motherfucker.
Really drunk and trying to not have autocorrect fuck up her text. It's fucking hilarious.
This could be like an ongoing thing in the show.
Oh. Yeah. So
let's see. This will be like a mini segment that pops up during the show. Let's see. What did drunk Alex, who's 21, what are the first words of wisdoms to roll out of her mouth?
So I sent her a text at about 11:30 this evening. I said, hey, I'm going to give you some birthday shout-outs on the show tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Mission accomplished.
And she goes, I'm so drunk, this isn't okay. Thank KU Jobs for autocorrect.
Thank KU Jobs?
Honestly, sometimes I can translate autocorrect, but drunken autocorrect.
Maybe she means Steve Jobs.
Maybe
she thinks he's responsible
for that. I think she has a droid.
I
don't think you can say Jobs on
the droid. Yeah.
So...
All of them are fitted with restraining bolts. They can't use the name of any Apple products.
So,
Star Wars. See, my promethazine with codeine starting to kick in, Pete. This is going to be great.
This will be fun. So I said, ha, 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 ha. Drunken autocorrect is even more hilarious. To which She says, so filing drunk isn't handle this.
Awesome.
I was like, aw, neither can your phone.
Aw.
To which she just got back to me, wah, goo. So apparently it's that point of the night.
And the new Android should be equipped with a breathalyzer. You blow it. Sorry, texting disabled.
Damn it. Hey, Siri.
But that's awesome.
That's not that. I'm not that phone. No, you're Siri tonight.
Alex,
Hey,
if you're out there and you're hearing us now, which you'd have to actually be right outside the studio and that'd be kind of creepy, keep those funny texts coming.
So, yeah, so that'll be a thing.
Well, we got a funny episode coming up there, Pater. You still got some more What's Newses?
I'm about to say, I could probably go on for a little bit, yeah.
Oh, well, we'll lay the details on me, Lucius.
Because my hands are covered in, well, not covered, but I have spray paint all over my goddamn hands.
Yeah, you know what? I thought you were just saying that to be weird. You really do have spray paint on your hands.
No, I have paint. Because, speaking of Comic-Con, segue.
You were spray painting yourself for Comic-Con?
Sort of. Not myself.
I'm human graffiti.
I advertise
the great graffiti.
Superpower. No, another buddy of mine I work with is going to Comic-Con. So, in his infinite wisdom of doing things at the last fucking second, he was like, hey, can you help me with my costume? I was like,
okay.
Sure, why not? Like, what is it going to be? He's like, I want to do an alternate suit for Spider-Man. Okay. It's like, oh, all right, neat. So he got one of these, I forget what they're called. It's
full body condoms.
Yeah, one of those. Like a suit that you would wear, like for those of you who are listening at home or on the car,
or outside the studio,
or wherever you are outside the studio. Come on in, have a good time.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's weird.
October 20th.
It's one of those. There's like. If you ever to see a behind the scenes shot of some like practical effects where they're using a green screen and there's a bunch of dudes doing stuff, but they're all dressed in those full body green suits.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Because
so he picked a different color for it other than green, I presume.
No, he got a green one because the lines on the Spider-Man suit were all green, but the rest of it's black. And he initially ordered a black one. And then realized, oh wait, making the green go on that's going to be really hard. So he's like, I'll get the green, tape out the black design, or tape out the design for what's going to be green, and then spray paint it black.
Okay.
Well, that worked pretty good last night
until he puts it on. It stretches.
We haven't even seen this. I haven't seen that far yet, but it worked pretty good last night. We got the taping method down because that was a pain in the dick, and then he had some like weird sort of fabric paint. It seemed like a good idea, but it was really expensive. Like $10 for a little can.
Jiminy crickets.
From the crafty store. So one can just didn't do it. It just wasn't enough. So, and by the time we got that far, it was like getting late, and so we're like, all right, well, we'll finish it up tomorrow, which is tonight.
Today, all right.
And I was like, all right, that's cool. I'll probably have to podcast afterwards, so that'll give me something to
do
stay
to keep
awake.
me up and awake,
Yeah, that kind of thing. So we're doing that. We go back to the hobby store, get another can, go back, tape up the other side because it's a front and back kind of thing. Like if you've ever seen a Spider-Man anywhere ever, you'll know.
Yeah.
So we do that and we spray paint on there, and we're doing it outside at his house. And the only light we have, because now it's dark, the only light we have is the porch light. So we're he taped it up and he's painting it, and we're like, hey, it looks a little off. I'm like, I don't know. It's probably just the lighting out here is kind of jacked up. So I was like, all right, yeah. And it's like, okay, so get done that. Do that. And it's starting to get cold. So now we're just like, all right, we got most of it done. Need to go inside and warm up. Come back out. It's like, oh, shoot, forgot to do the underside of the one arm. So we picked the arm up and spray painted it. And we're looking at it going, man, that just doesn't look right. Sprayed it a little bit more. We're looking at the tape going, why does that look gray? And I look at the can and go,
dark gray.
You're going to kick yourself.
Oh.
So he's like, so he just starts laughing because that's really all that's left to do.
Yeah, now it's like a dark gray and green. Maybe it'll work.
Yeah, well, so now it's like, right, time to go to Walmart.
Oh, shit.
So we go to Walmart. We go over
down
to the spray paint section, and I'm like, just get the cheap, glossy black stuff because it says gloss black.
Glossy
on
black,
it.
not the gray.
Don't get the flat stuff because that's boring and it won't catch the light quite so right. We'll get that. We'll just go back and just get 2 cans because there's a lot more for spray paint. Will work a lot better than this fabric-y shit that you're trying to do. It's like cute that you're trying to do that, but now it's 0 hour.
Yeah, we gotta
be on the road tomorrow, and the shit needs to be dry by then. So here we go. So we get that. We go back. We paint it up, and now I'm just kind of covered in paint.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully it comes out good. I mean, it
Well,
looks all right with the tape
If he takes
still
pictures, make sure we link them on the site.
I certainly will.
Because I want to see it now because I'm interested.
Yeah, it should be good.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm also assured that we'll get pictures of attractive cosplay girls, which I'm told that Rebecca will be attractively cosplaying at
that's kind of cool. Well, our listeners
so hopefully I get
will
pictures
get a
of
look.
both.
Get a look, say a perspective, Pete.
Yeah.
Selection.
I also spent too much money on magic cards recently.
Oh, is there such a thing?
Yeah, a new set came out, so I bought a booster box for myself for my birthday.
Well, yeah, I keep
like,
seeing them, and I'm like, and I grab them and I start reading them, and I'm like, oh, but if I get this, I should get that. I'm like, put them down, Carl. Just put them down.
That's what happens. Because I'm like,
Because I heard you say it, and then once you get a full set, I'm like, well, I wonder, maybe if I could put a deck together, maybe me and Pete could. Next thing you know, there'll be it's like a plague, and it spreads.
Yeah,
Next thing you know,
it
you're
goes
playing
everywhere.
Magic for like 6 months straight,
yep. And you've spent like
which is cool, but
bajillions of dollars, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh,
what have I done?
I gotta go.
I need to save up some money,
I
and
gotta
then
go outside.
2 years later, you do it all again because it's Magic and it's neat.
Yeah, because it kind of happens, and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot how much fun this was, and then it just sort of goes, all right, whatever, and then something new goes on, and it's like, ooh, shiny.
And then
Yeah.
next thing you know,
So
it starts over
this
again.
this most recent block, this new set that came out has a lot of stuff that appeals to the evil way that I play.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I kind of got into it, but actually,
an excellent control deck that should make people kill me
oh
first.
my goodness, my new, you know how back in the day I used to play blue and black all the time,
Yeah.
and be really annoying. Well, now I'm playing blue and white. And
I saw a package which was, I think, blue and white, or maybe it was just white. But some of the cards seemed very bluish, and I was like, "This sounds like something Pete would be well happy with."
The way I designed it is so annoying because right now it's got a good win percentage. I'm 2-1 with it, and what it does is it's like not real creature heavy. And I was playing against some real creature heavy aggressive decks, so I know that it can hold its own. But it's got a couple of like destroy all creature cards in it.
It's always handy.
For 4 mana. It's like real cheap, destroy all creatures, and of course that spell can't be countered. So it's like I don't care what you're playing, all your shit's gone. So I did that to my buddy tonight. I was like, right, you have way too many scary things out, and all my stuff is dead. So bye to everything. And then they put out this new mechanic called Detain.
Yeah.
Which is whenever something is detained, it basically the creature can't attack, block, or use any activated abilities until your next turn. So like if on my turn I say, all right, this guy's detained, you can't use him your whole turn.
So you have to wait to go all the way around and then
right,
do it
and then
again.
you can use them again
Right.
until it's my turn again. Then the guy could be
But at least they're not dead.
right.
You don't
So
have to-
they're still there, but what's annoying is that they're still there, and I have these couple enchantments that just sit there, and every upkeep of mine, I detain something. So he got a couple more creatures out, but I had 2 of those things out, and then I had a couple other things that were like flying and unblockable and all this kind of stuff. So I'm like, right, you can't do shit. So I'm gonna just beat you to like ping you to death with little crappy
Little ping
creatures
here,
while
little-
I'm drawing
yeah.
cards. There's other things in there that's like you can't attack me unless you pay 1 mana for every enchantment I have in play per creature. So it's like one of those decks where it's not really control. It's more like an emotional mind fuck of a you're gonna want to smash something because you could do something. It's one of those decks where
you can't do something.
where it's like you may feel free to do anything you want.
Yes, but it'll be the last thing you do for 2 turns.
If you can do it. It's
Yes.
just like, go ahead. Attack me with your army of sapperling tokens that all have, +5/+5 and trample. You got to pay 6 mana each.
Yeah, I hope you got a
luck.
lot of mana out.
Oh, and by the way, those ones can't do anything. Those are going back to your hand, and here comes a bunch of damage in the air, and I'm going to draw a card just to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
It's so annoying and so much fun. And
Damn it, now I got to get a deck together.
my buddy was telling me, he's like, your deck's not really obnoxious at first, But then when you sit there and think about it, you're just like, I could,
No.
I could
Well, I could do that, but then no.
And it could, like, it's just, it's so much fun watching the frustration build. Remember Tim's old deck, Boing, that just returned everything in play to your hand?
Oh, yeah, that was like an artifact deck, was it, or something?
It was weird.
Heavy
it was
on artifacts, I
Radiate
remember.
and Boomerang and some artifacts. Yeah, well, they made it easier now because there's a couple cards that I got that's just like return everything your opponent controls to their hand for like nothing, essentially. And I'm like, oh, another annoying.
That's going to really piss them off.
Yeah. So I'm sort of getting back into the Magic thing.
Yeah, now that we've just talked about it, I'm starting to think about it. Damn, this, ladies and gentlemen, you've just heard it happen live. This is how Magic the Gathering works.
Yeah, Nerdcast.
Yeah.
There it went. So
well, that's pretty cool.
if anybody wants to play, like, favorite, comment, and
They would like to play, but then not be able to because people won't let you, even though you have your cards out.
even
then
though
just
you
like and
could
comment.
if you tried real hard.
Well, yeah.
Because I'm also playing Duels of the Planeswalkers on Steam, so it's the PC version of the. Of
Oh,
the,
yeah,
of the
yeah.
game,
Tim has
which-
that on his iPad.
Yes, good job.
Oh, that's pretty
so
cool.
You should play on Steam and give me his name so I can trounce him with my Is It deck. But anyway.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about that game is that you can't just be like, I have these cards IRL. I would like to use
it
them
has to be in the
game,
yeah.
but it's all preset stuff. But it's a good game and it's really well done. And
Yeah.
it's real good to learn. If you've never played before, it's worth
The best
picking
way to
up
learn?
if you're interested. Yeah, especially with all the new mechanics because it's got a whole really in-depth tutorial system. I dig it.
Might have to check that out. Damn it, Pete. Damn it.
Sorry, it's only $10 on Steam though.
Well, that's not bad.
10, 15, 15 for the game. Or is it 15 for the game and the X pack? I don't know. It's not expensive.
It's cheap as fuck, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's under $20 for like a whole lot.
I'll go to pay it. I'll pull out my credit card. What? There's an enchantment on my card. Pete!
Sorry.
No, sorry. Return that credit card to your hand. Fucker.
Yeah, actually, that enchantment's called Arrest.
It's called
Enchant creature. It can't
it's
attack or block or do anything interesting.
wife enchantment. Put it on your credit card. Oh.
Yeah, it's called Arrest. It's
Oh, yeah.
creature. You can't attack or have sex or.
Oh,
Go to the
that's called
movies.
Marriage the Gathering. But yeah. Anyway,
Marriage the Gathering. Isn't that a Mormon thing? Let's start knocking out these people down.
Yeah.
So,
Well, let's see.
Did I have anything?
Any other what's newses?
Yeah,
That's not bad.
I don't think so. I'm sure I'll probably come up with something later on. Well, you give me some what's new. I'm going to try and evoke another fun text
All right.
from our drunk
Well, let's see what's
friends.
new for me. I had evaded successfully all the sickness in my house. Thursday nights, I was like, Pete's sick. But you know what? I can't believe I'm not sick because everyone's sick in my house.
I willed myself out of being sick in the span of 2 days so I could be well to go to North Carolina. I felt proud of that because I did that thing where you're at work and you're sick, so you sweat it all out.
Yeah.
And because my job is so mindlessly easy, I didn't actually have to be
Fully
conscious,
there. Yeah.
So it was, yeah.
Yeah, so Thursday, baby's coughing like crazy.
You know,
So she's like all upset. So I'm holding her while she's going back to sleep, and then laying my beautiful little 4-year-old down in her bed. I'm like leaning into the bed to put her in there. I'm like,
no.
isn't she cute? It's a bunk bed, so I got to get really close. I'm like, oh, look at that beautiful little baby. She's so adorable. And I'm leaning down, and she goes and coughs directly
In
up
your
my
mouth.
nose. In
Oh.
my nose. I was like, you're not getting me this time because she coughed into my mouth before.
yeah,
So
I remember that.
I'm like, no, you're not getting me now. Coughed up my nose. I felt her hot, fevered baby breath go up. And no, of all, I couldn't have like a end of signs moment with a stuffed up nose. Oh, the stuffed up nose kept the disease from getting in. No, I had used
was
the nasal
the
spray.
one
Everything
moment,
was
yeah.
well open, and it just went. I felt it like under my eyes. I'm like, no. So I put her down. I'm trying to just breathe out, and I'm running out of air. I'm like, oh. So I go to the bathroom. I'm splashing water up my nose like that's going to help. I feel like some chick who realized the condom just broken. I'm just trying to push it all out of my nose. Oh, God, no. I hope I'm not pregnant with the disease. Sure enough, I'm like, maybe
Today on Cream Pie Surprise.
Carl's nasal cream pie.
Oh, it's so nasty.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to do like nasal Kegel muscle contractions to squish it out. Nothing's working.
No, just push it out. Push it
And
out.
I'm like, maybe I'm all right. And Saturday,
Maybe you have an immune system all of a sudden.
my Saturday, I didn't get too much sleep because I was up late on Friday because I worked extra late, and then I came home and I got up. My wife was going with her family up. All the cousins were going up north to drink and just have fun. I was like, I'll stay with all the kids. So I had my daughters, my 2 nieces. We had a disco dance party. We ate treats and snacks, all kinds of shit.
It was that good Dom
party in the house
and stuff ish.
Yeah, so they're all pretty much asleep, and I'm like, and like 3 hours later, I'm hacking up a lung. I'm like, you motherfuckers. Oh, why me?
God
Sunday,
damn
I'm fucking
monkeys.
just fucking dying, and Monday, I'm sick. So I made an appointment. I tried to call up my doctor. I'm like, I need to see the doctor. And they're like, well, we can get you on October 17th. I'm like, I'll be fucking dead by then. I'm sick, goddammit. Oh, well, you can see, we can get you in to see the nurse practitioner in the morning. I'm like, what? Is the nurse practitioner a doctor? No. Why the fuck would I want to see? I'll see the nurse practitioner maybe before I see the doctor or while I see the doctor. I'm not against nurse practitioners, but I want to see a doctor. So 4:30, I go to see the doctor. And at this point, I'm like, that's like my lungs are just percolating. Like, oh my God. And I'm just like, so I'm awake by sheer force of will and 5-hour energy. And he comes in, he looks at me, he's like, Jesus. So he goes,
No, Carl.
stethoscope up, and he listens. He's like, yep, you got full bone. You got full bones.
You have big bones.
You're not fat, you're just big boned pneumonia. So I have full blown pneumonia. And he's like, we got to get you, look, I'm going to get you a note. We'll get you out, work till Thursday next week. You need lots of rest. I'm like, doctor, I don't get paid if I'm not at work. So here's what we need to do. I need something that's going to make me stop coughing, make me not feel like I'm dying. And if I take the full amount, I'll get sleepy. And he's like, oh, okay, I got you. So he gave me the good zine, the permethazine with the codeine.
Right.
And some stuff.
That good old Easter pinkness.
Oh, yeah. So
antibiotics and that goodness.
he put me on some kind of nebulizer thing and held it in my mouth for a while.
John?
No, you just sort of hold it in your mouth, and there's a little blue thingy in it, and this little thing, like, it looks like the little tire pump thing that you use for cars. And it was like,
I was just gonna say, it's that thing that ought to start Lindsay Lohan's car, right? Yeah.
it looks like you could use it to start Lindsay Lohan. And I was
Airtight.
like, whoa. Yeah, right. And I was like,
Like so
goodness.
many others have before.
I was like, oh, okay. All right, so I'm breathing this thing. There's weird vapor
Usually
coming out.
she gives the blow start. Hey.
And I'm like, whoa, this is, whew. And I went back to work afterwards because I had to work 12s.
Oh.
And then my wife says, the baby's sick. She's calling out, so you got to get up 7 in the morning. I'm like, oh, my God. So I work till 3, come home, get up at 7. But I had the zine. I downed the 5-hour energy. I was like an alchemist. And I'm pouring a little zine, a little 5-hour energy, grind up some leaves, mix them together, cook them over low flame, put in some fucking absinthe, and just pour it over a spoon with ice. Just like hold it in the sun for a minute,
sugar cube.
drink it, and yeah.
Not that I know anything about anything.
Oh yeah, it is. Sugar cube into the cup of ice.
Right.
I actually have the spoon, the absinthe spoon for
cool.
that, and the little special cup of it's in. Absinthe is awesome. It's no zine, but it's awesome.
Right. It has an effect.
I started. I called Pete. I'm like, actually, I Facebooked you. I'm like,
Yeah.
dying.
It was a Facebooking, and I was in North Carolina with better fucking cell phone reception than up here, because apparently there ain't shit else down that way but cell phone towers.
Trees and cell phone towers.
Yeah.
Is that a forest? No, it's all cell phone towers.
Kind of interesting, because I'm like, technically, I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere, but I got 5 fucking bars and Google Maps with active GPS working.
Whoa, shit.
Which I didn't know it did, but now I do, and it's pretty goddamn awesome. And me and my dad would have been fucking lost
Off your asses without it?
without that shit.
Well, yeah, so I started getting better, and I'm still kind of sick, but I'm zined out. And I said, you know what, we got to do it Thursday, Pete. Because if we don't,
well,
we're not
that's
gonna do
the
it
other
all.
thing is I'm still a little sniffly, but nowhere near like last Thursday was rough.
Saturday at 1:30, I believe, we'll be at the Landis Theater.
Oh, I was like, wow.
For Machos, the thing they left behind is the New Jersey Horror Fest.
Yep, that'll be this Saturday, October the 13th.
I think there's still tickets available. You can get them online like I did, or get them there. But get them online because it's more
Just
fucking
to be
convenient. Yeah,
sure.
You just show up and you're like, hey, my name's Carl Henry. Okay, blah, 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 and you go in.
Well,
The wife, get this, my wife is coming with me somewhere.
Wow.
Outside of the home.
Neat.
So that should be cool. Got out of work on Saturday at the last minute. Yay.
Awesome.
And, so here we are. That brings us up to now. Pete, do you have any Today I Learned?
Not so much. I got one cool thing I kind of heard that kind of shows that maybe there is some small hope for some kind of humanity left after all.
Awesome. Well,
I heard today about this cab driver in Vegas. Vegas? Yeah, we'll go with Vegas.
I was about to say, well, it's your story, Pete. I don't know.
I don't know.
You could make it Rhode Island for all I fucking know.
No, it was Vegas. That's right, because that's actually important to the story. Now I remembers. So the cab driver in Vegas, whose name I can't remember, but he is apparently an awesome, awesome dude, and he's one of these he's like stereotypical cab drivers, sort of like Indian type of, some kind of Middle Eastern, has a cab, and that's how he makes his money, which is that's fine. It's a thing.
Okay, sure.
And so you might know that in Vegas they have these things called casinos.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's true. It happens. And what happened is
lots of American Indians there. I figured I'd get them in there.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, Swamp Thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, I can't tell the difference.
So he
shame on me.
He finds this this black laptop case somebody left in his cab.
Okay.
Inside said laptop case is $221,000 of casino winnings.
Wait. Oh, in the case.
In the case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In this laptop.
My dumbass, I'm like, what, digital money?
Well, no, but it could have been. So, most people, I think everybody but this guy,
would drive the fuck home and take the day off.
Kept it. But this guy actually turned it in.
Oh.
He turned it into the cab security and was just like, hey, somebody left their shit in my car. This isn't mine. So the guy found it and ended up giving him a $2,000 tip.
Well, shit, there you go.
The guy whoever belonged to the case just came up and was like, "Oh man, I can't believe you actually did that." So
thanks. Here,
tipped him $2,000. I was like, and apparently, like some people are like, "Oh, that's bullshit. You should have gotten more because you could have just kept the whole thing." And other people are like, "No, that's actually a really good move to show you can, not all those crazy immigrant." Cab drivers are crazy.
Well, yeah, it's just a nice human being. It's like, hey, this person obviously walked into some good luck, and I'm not going to shit on his day here.
Yeah.
Then he got $2,000 out of the deal just for being a
$2
decent
G's
dude.
is still nice, especially as a cabbie. Come on, that's a hell of a tip.
God, I would love to have $2,000 right now. That would be awesome.
Yeah, dude. You know how much hookers and blowing you can get in Vegas for $2,000? Probably 2 or 3 of each.
2 or 3. I'll take 2 or 3 Coke units, please. Packages of Coke. How much does it come? I don't know.
Excuse me. I need 3 packs of the Coke.
You want a kilo? I don't know. How much is that? Yeah. Do you have standard measurements, please?
I'll take it in a foot.
Yeah, I'll take a gallon of cocaine, please. 2%, please. Okay, thank you. Yes. Well, okay. We've got a lot of weird. We got a lot of weird news, Pete.
All right, let's do some weird news.
This is last week's. Well, kind of last week's. Last episode's is weird news that we didn't get to because we had so many other funny segments.
This is a weird news that's been postponed for fucking months at this point.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude! It feels like 1,000 years.
For us, it must feel longer for
it's it's even like a different fucking climate, Pete.
Yeah,
it's like a different
I'm wearing
season.
a hat and a jacket.
The last time we had the fan on, we're like,
oh,
it's warm, it's hot. I was in shorts. Now we're like,
Carl's invisible because he's wearing fucking camo.
Ha 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 ha.
If he was really smart, he'd dress like a chair.
Yes. But then when I wasn't sitting in the chair, everyone would be like, why is that chair walking around? Why is that Carl's head popping out the top of it?
Yeah.
I'm chairman.
So on October 20th, when we do our live show, everybody ought to show the fuck up and get some body heat up in this motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can put on, I have some space heaters to warm it up casually.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to get bodies.
More bodies in here. Woo! Yes, it'll be our extravaganza, our end of season tour, as it were.
Yep.
And barring any major technological snafus, which I think we can get around just by the way we structure it, the way we do it.
Right.
That should be a pretty nifty and neat time.
There'll be fun times will be had by at least us.
Oh, yeah.
Can't guarantee everybody else. So that'll be a thing.
So, weird news.
Also,
Wait,
real
hold on.
quick. Before we get to weird news,
Yeah.
there's going to be an after party
Woo!
on the 20th. It's a Halloween party.
Woo!
I don't know if I'm supposed to invite the entire internet, but I'm gonna. Because I know only 4 of you bitches will
There's
show
a lot
up.
of people on the internet.
That's true. So come dressed up. It's a Halloween party. Oh my goodness.
Just spray paint yourself to
Just
look like your
spray
favorite
paint
comic book
yourself
character.
black and green, and you'll be good to
Or
go.
gray and green, depending on how well you read the cans of paint.
label or not. Oh, derp.
All right. Well, that's
So
pretty
yes,
cool.
weird news.
Weird news. Some
do
of
it.
which brought to you by way of Chuck Shepard's newstheweird.com.
Yeah.
Some from the Smoking Gun.
Oh yeah.
And some from random sorted APR news sources scattered throughout the many interwebifications.
Where you'll never find a larger hive of scum and villainy.
Oh, ain't that the truth? All right. This first story is called, Hey, Pushy Ladies, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah.
Ever
You
since
sons of bitches.
Detroit prosecutor
Oh.
Kim Worthy found 11,000.
What a great prosecutor
Kim Worthy.
name.
I don't know. Do you think he's worthy? I am worthy.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
He well, yes, I am. He found 11,000 rape kits lying idle on police shelves in 2009. You remember we did this story a few episodes ago. She has been seeking funding to test them. In a progress report in the end of August, 2012, this August, 400 kits of the 400 kits deemed most likely to yield results, like the ones that weren't cracked open with bugs in them or something like that.
Right. They do go bad after a while.
Yes. 21 serial rapists were identified.
Hey.
However, manpower to find the men is unavailable, and yet to be learned is whether any have committed additional rapes since 2009.
Unavailable.
Yeah. It's just, they're just like,
They're seeing other people now, and they've
Yeah.
moved on.
yeah, so, hey, whoa.
I figured they were, as a rapist, you're probably already emotionally unavailable.
Yeah,
Probably.
I would imagine so.
Not that I've
But I think they kind of meant
ever
manpower.
made off-color comments.
The
about
police
rape.
officers were unavailable. Not like the rapists. We keep trying to stop by. They don't answer their door.
Well, that's the way it's.
They're dodging us. They're ducking us.
Fucking rapists always dodging the police.
Yeah. Ooh, I got an idea. Order them a pizza, then show up. Then when they answer the door, we can go, ha, now can we talk about that rape?
Get Chris, what's his name from Dateline?
Yes. Just be there in his kitchen.
Yeah, How to Catch a Predator, but grown-up edition.
He's like, just sit down.
How you
Have a
go
seat.
outside if you want. You can. I'm not.
Have a seat. He's using the Benny Gesserit voice. Have a seat. I will have a seat. This next one's called Easy Does It. Where's the fire?
in my pants.
2 hours after an early morning multiple shooting in Detroit on September 1st, a 36-year-old man reported to a fire station to turn himself in. However, firefighters were unable to persuade the police to come and arrest him. And eventually, reported WXYZ TV, the firefighters...
They're just making that up.
No, they're an affiliate of ABCDEFG TV. The firefighters put the man in a taxi and then sent him to the police station. Only in Detroit.
Wow.
Now, those motherfuckers.
Hey, yeah, we need you guys to come on down here.
I'm on my coffee break.
But
God, you're worse than the rape victim people. We'll get to it when we get to it. Where's the fire? Well, we're firefighters. Actually, it's not a fire. It's a murderer. We have him here, actually with us, with the non-wanting to be murdered people. Could you come get him? I don't know.
we're
not available. Hello? No, the police aren't here. Just leave a message. I'll tell them when they get back in. They went out to Wawa.
It's not that there's a Wawa in Detroit, but if
Well, we
there
brought
was,
one with us. They went all in New Jersey. That's why they're not here.
Dunkin' Donuts.
This next one's called Spaz Crooks.
What's that? Wait, what? Oh, he's dying. Yeah.
There goes a lung. It's called spaz crooks.
All right, that's what I thought you said.
The two this fucking story. The two robbers who walked into the 7-Eleven in Arlington, Virginia in August apparently neglected to coordinate in advance and thus left empty-handed. They're so fucking retarded, Pete.
Well, it's Arlington.
I
drove by there. Yeah.
As the first man pulled a gun and demanded money, the second, a few steps behind, tossed a firecracker on the floor, apparently to intimidate the clerk, like the gun wouldn't be enough. However, it only served to scare the gunman, who dropped his gun and then ran out the door. He was followed by the firecracker-wielding maniac, and they left with nothing. So they actually are down one firecracker and one gun.
Bet you they weren't wearing gloves either.
So, like, wait a minute. There's so many flaws in this
Give
plan.
me all your money.
I got a gun. Yeah, but I don't see no firecrackers. Oh my God, the guy behind the register has a firecracker. Throw the gun at him and run. Oh, here's a firecracker too. I'm all out. I only had one. Ah!
The guy at the register standing behind it with a pocket full of them with black powder paper smoke bomb.
Oh yeah,
things
yeah.
that we used to have as kids and stuff. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, so apparently the Marx Brothers are alive and well, and they're doing jobs together.
Which isn't Marx Brothers, but you know
the Marxist Stooges. I almost said doing comedy for the state.
That's great. Marx.
Excuse me. Yeah. Oh boy, lungs are filling up. This next one's
Eat
called
more zine zine.
and this is apropos the outbreak calling plan.
Ah, yes.
A 40-year-old man swiped a cell phone while visiting a patient at the Kadahi Hospital in Uganda in August. The facility is currently treating the country's Ebola virus outbreak, and the phone was in the room of an Ebola patient.
Oh, I think I've actually heard this on.
Doctors
someplace
urged the
else.
thief to return to the hospital for treatment. Why didn't they call him? But then I guess they called him. He would have Ebola. That was the Daily Monitor in Kampala via the New York Daily News.
Yeah, I think he ended up getting it anyway.
Well, in that case, keep the phone.
Yeah. Derp.
This next one's called Retarded But Sad.
Oh.
Oh. A
Like a
47-year-old
puppy in a ventilator.
A 47. It is kind of sad.
Yeah. Not so much retarded.
Yeah.
Well, a little.
I guess kind of. A 47-year-old man was accidentally strangled in June in Eastern Cape province of South Africa. He had taken to wearing his recently deceased dog's leash around his neck in remembrance, but bending over, got the leash caught in a car's axle as it drove away.
Why would he be chasing tires? How?
How did he get
I can't
near?
even think of how that is. It's mind-boggling.
Maybe he was bending over to pick up the gun from the
failed
Yeah.
robbery of the firecracker wielding assailant.
Someone lit off a firecracker. It startled the driver.
And speaking of animal lovers, so I have to give my little brother credit for this one because this is damn funny. We're all familiar with those crazy cats, PETA, right? You know the.
Oh yeah, the lunatics who love animals so much they hate people.
Yeah, they love animals so much that now their big thing has been trying to shut Pokemon down. Yeah, it's as ridiculous as it sounds.
But Pokemon aren't real animals, Pete.
Hey, well, you know what? The trainers just abuse them.
But they're not real animals, Pete.
Look,
They're colors on a screen.
I know this. You know this.
But PETA knows this.
No, I guess they just wanted to anger one of the bigger internet things. But this isn't the real story. The real story.
It gets more retarded than that.
Well, because
PETA is in an air vent now or something, or
we well, you know, when I was in the visiting my little brother, his son has this stuffed animal thing. I don't know. I think it's a dog or a rabbit or a drabbit or a rog, something.
a rog, half man,
You
half
put
dog.
rabbit and dog together. I don't know.
I'm not that hungry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Pete.
See, so you know, and babies do like babies do. He grabs the thing by the throat and is shaking it around and laughing and giggling and and so Andrew's like, not so violent. That's how serial killers start. And I was like, yeah, somebody might call. Don't ask.
Like what? No, if he was cutting it open with a scalpel, maybe.
Yeah, if there was saran wrap all over the floor and you came in with a table on it.
Damn you! I was just working on a good Dexter tie, and you son of a bitch.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Someone had to get it.
So I was like, yeah, I have to call we'll have to call PETA and they'll get all mad about it. And my little brother's like, yeah, except to be the people for the ethical treatment of stuffed animals. Thinks for like a split second and goes, hey, pizza. And we thought that was the most clever thing on the planet. It just started laughing like morons. It was so funny because I wasn't expecting it from him, and especially because it's just like, yeah, when you think about it, it is pizza. Now they're delicious.
That does sound good. Definitely no pepperoni or anchovies or ham on that pizza.
Yeah, or cheese.
Well, there'd be cheese, but it would have to be given willingly from cows.
Oh, Jesus.
They would just gather the milk that naturally dribbled from the cow nipples.
Is utterly ridiculous.
Oh, damn it. Again, Pete. I had a good one, too, with that Dexter. I was going to have he was cutting his face and put a little piece of the stuffing on a slide. Yeah.
I didn't even see a window unit air conditioner in there, so.
You done it again, Pete. God.
It had been in one of the baby toys that lights up and stuff. It has a drawer. You pull it out. It's all all the slides of the different stuffed animals.
Fuck. Well, damn, that is kind of funny. Pizza. The next one. Well, what was the couch wearing? Is this next story?
Pizza.
Oh. A Wisconsin man is accused of having sex with an abandoned couch.
Well, it's got abandonment issues. He's trying to make it feel loved.
Anybody can hop on that couch.
Hey, I knew a girl like that once. It reminds you of your ex-wife.
Oh, boy.
Moving on.
We all do. We all do. The human furniture coupling was interrupted earlier this month.
Coupling.
When an off-duty police officer was out jogging one night.
Looking for couches of his own.
And he spotted Gerard Strader, age 46, trysting with a yellow couch, which had been left out at a Waukesha curb. That's the name of the town.
We know.
As detailed in a misdemeanor criminal complaint charging Streeter with lewd and lascivious behavior, Officer Ryan Edwards reported seeing, quote, a subject leaning over the couch facing down, and it looked like he was having sexual relations with someone on the couch, end quote. The police officer noted that he could, quote, see the male's hips thrusting up and down on the couch.
Stop looking at his butt, yo.
As he approached the couch, I guess more cushion for the pushing. I'm back, baby. The zines kicking, man. Edwards yelled, "What the fuck are you doing?" I paraphrase, of course, because it's impossible to not say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Even a Mormon minister would say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, right? Because I'm sure he tried to keep it professional for the report or whatever, but come
on. Streeter then allegedly responded by Streeter responded by jumping up and running away. As Streeter fled, Edwards reported he could see that the defendant's penis was erect. Ew, you looked at his junk. That makes you a gay cop, said the other
cops.
Go
to Chick-fil-A.
Strader is scheduled to appear next Monday in Waukesha County Circuit Court. How? What, did he leave his wallet? Did they ask the cop the couch later for details of his attacker? Was it acquaintance rape? Did he do a rape kit on the couch, put it on the shelf, and forget about it for 20 years?
Was on the corner. I think a couch was hooking. Yeah, should arrest the couch.
What was that couch? Well, the couch had too much to drink, so really,
it was yellow after.
Couch couldn't give her consent.
I see.
And besides, it was a couch, not a love seat. Oh, whoa!
Wow.
That was terrible.
Wow.
I was nursing that bad boy.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's painful.
This next one
nursing it like an Ebola patient.
I actually used the title of it because I couldn't make it more ridiculous.
Awesome.
So I actually used the title of the newspaper article. It's a long one. Monica Lewinsky is reportedly prepared to detail how she tossed Bill Clinton's salad. See how I couldn't make that one any weirder?
No, that's actually pretty good.
That's succinct and disgusting at the same time.
Yeah.
Monica Lewinsky is reportedly peddling a memoir about her White House career, promising tawdry details that did not appear in Monica's Story, the 1999 authorized biography authored by Andrew Morton. As reported by the New York Post, the tell-all will describe Bill Clinton's purported penchant for kinky sex.
Go, Bill, go.
Yeah. Which means Lewinsky, age 39, is prepared to talk about tossing the 42nd president's salad. Yes, I just said that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, I'd brag about it. Shit. You know whose asshole I stuck my tongue up?
Yeah.
Just saying.
And to paraphrase another...
This is the second time eating ass has come up in conversation in one day. Interesting.
What kind of day have you had?
The kind where you talk about eating ass.
Yes. Well, for example, the document includes a transcript of Lewinsky's August 1998 sworn deposition by Starr investigators. At one point, the ex-intern was asked, on what date did you gratify him in some way other than performing oral sex? Lewinsky's answer to that question, yes, was on that date. Not on what date, on that date.
Whatever.
Because otherwise her answer, yes, is confusing.
All right, I was going to let it go, but yeah.
Was included in the transcript. 6 follow-up questions and Lewinsky's answers were excised by the original transcript.
Oh ho.
However, Lewinsky's description of how she gratified Clinton can be gleaned from the transcript's unredacted digest.
Oh snap.
Which includes an alphabetized list of all key words that appear in the Lewinsky deposition. Next to each entry in the digest appears a deposition page and the line in which the word appears, which is the most bureaucratic government way. Just keep it in order. If you don't turn it into Sudoku, keep it in fucking order. If we can still figure it out, it's not hidden.
Yeah.
It's only hidden from lazy people. Oh, God.
But it sounds like somebody went through a lot of trouble to make this really dumb.
After Lewinsky acknowledged the other than oral sex gratification, she was asked a question on page 20, line 3, that included the words anus, mouth, orally, and stimulate. A follow-up question.
Should have just redacted that.
On page, sounds like she did more than redact with that.
Hey-o.
A follow-up question, page 20, line 12, include the words
finger,
yellow, couch, sex, and neighborhood.
Ran away.
Include the words anus and orally. By the time Lewinsky was deposed, sounds like she was queen.
It's queen of the fucking blowjob, apparently.
Oh, shit. Well, apparently, I mean, you know, you got to have some kind of special title for blowing the president.
Yeah, hey, that's pretty awesome.
She had already been interviewed extensively by FBI agents and Starr staffers, which allowed prosecutors to subsequently question her under oath about some of her more explicit revelations during those sessions with federal investigators. Wow. But to paraphrase, I think it was, I almost said Kid Rock, Chris Rock. The great comedian Kid Rock.
Very similar.
No, not even remotely.
Yeah. One lives in Jersey in a mansion. The other lives in,
I don't know, somewhere in a trailer in New Jersey.
In Millville.
He said, a lot of women were giving Monica Lewinsky shit for blowing the president. And it's like, look, you bitches can't give her shit for blowing the president. Yeah, it's embarrassing. But her embarrassing blowjob was the president of the United States.
Uh-huh.
Not like, the shift manager at Denny's behind you. You know what I mean? Come on. Fuck.
Yeah, that's like I said, I brag about it.
And besides, okay, he should behave himself better, and he lied under oath. But just hang on a second here. Really, the only person who should be involved in that is Mrs.
Hillary.
Clinton and Bill and Lewinsky. If they got an open marriage, then who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
She could eat his asshole out till her heart's content, or till his heart's content.
Hey, happy president is a happy president.
I
had nothing for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
that's
apologize, Internet. That was not
Well,
gonna
you really
end in
ate
a
the
good
ass
way.
out of that punchline. Jesus.
No. Because these jalapeno cheesy things are delicious.
And speaking of embarrassing blowjobs, our next story is called At Least It's Not Behind a KFC Dumpster. Which
Now, that would have been a better story if that's where that whole thing had happened.
Well, which this has been scientifically proven. Having sex behind a KFC dumpster is the
Will get you
lowest.
Ebola?
It's the lowest you can go. It'd be safer to fuck a fucking Ebola-infected
Cell phone
vibrating, then fucking behind a KFC dumpster. The Ohio man, William Ferris, paid a prostitute $50 with the understanding that he would receive a full menu of sexual services in the bathroom of a White Castle in Cincinnati. However, fucking in the bathroom of a White Castle. God.
That seems very specific. That's
very
like
specific.
fetish specific.
That's like dirty donut on the floor of a Taco Bell bathroom. However, when the hooker only performed oral sex on him, Ferris, who was also expecting vaginal sex, contacted the police immediately to report that he'd just been robbed.
Oh.
When Hamilton County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to Ferris's 911 call, his, quote, his story began to fall apart, end quote. Much like your bowels will after eating a White Castle hamburger. According to the arrest report, Ferris admitted that he was not, in fact, robbed by his unidentified paid date. In an interview, a frustrated Ferris told TSG, which is the name of the who's he, what's it?
Place you got the article from?
Yes. I almost said the new generation. No, that's
close.
Star Trek, the next generation. That's... See, I can shit all over punchlines too, Pete.
The Gangnam Style.
Yes. That he expected all of it for $50, but instead he only got kissing and sucking. You never kiss a hooker. During the 20-minute bathroom encounter.
He wanted to do it in the bathroom. He wasn't that bright to start with.
You know what, though? If you're fucking a prostitute in a White Castle bathroom, who cares if you kiss her?
Yeah, you're already getting Ebola.
Yeah, her mouth's probably the cleanest thing in that fucking bathroom. Cleaner than the dirty donut. He asked that the hooker picked the White Castle for their meeting since its bathroom locks, and not because of the eatery's hamburgers.
Oh.
The unemployed
Well,
Ferris.
glad that's cleared up.
Well, he was unemployed, but he could still afford a $50 hooker. Well, at that
Hey,
point.
look, government's got to pay for something. Right?
Yeah.
Hookers and tanks. Sounds good to me.
Hookers and hamburgers. That sounds delicious. Hookers and hamburgers. Oh,
wow.
boy, I think we
Double
have...
H.
We have a... hookers, hamburgers, and Ebola. That sounds delicious. I think we have a title here. The unemployed Ferris, charged with solicitation of making a false police report. Man, why even bother at that
He was
point?
making shit up.
Was scheduled to be arraigned today, whenever the hell that was, on the misdemeanor counts. That would be about
He was
a week
going
and
to
a
be
half ago.
arraigned, but it turned out to just be a cloudy.
I see where you're
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
Yep. Also bad. Well, I can do this all night.
He
Let's go.
explained to the press that he will be charged with trespassing if he returns to the White Castle on Harrison Avenue.
Well, we know where to go to get our BJs in the...
And White Castle. To get your dirty burger. And your filthy hamburger. And to get your dirty donut on at the filthy hamburger store. Go to White Castle.
White Castle.
Crackhead pines for a free market is the next one.
Awesome.
Upset that his cocaine dealer had given him the wrong change, a South Carolina man
Who the
contacted
fuck
the police.
makes change at a Coke dealer? Sorry.
That's just showing poor planning on everyone's part who's involved in this.
Yeah.
On the crack dealer for not having change. How do you not have change as
I
a
was like,
crack
"God,
dealer? They
since
pay for it
20s, dog."
in ones, nickels, quarters, blowjobs, White Castle hamburgers, dirty donuts off fucking Taco Bell
Yellow
floor,
couches.
yellow couch cushions with semen stains.
Ew. So nasty.
Oh yeah, so he to complain about the unsatisfactory transaction, and of course he was promptly arrested. According to police officers, Dexter White, age 41, called 911 to report that he had paid his dealer $60 for crack cocaine, but received only $20 worth of the drug.
Oh, snap, son.
White contacted police with his consumer complaint around 4:30 a.m. Friday, an hour at which the Better Business Bureau, by the way, operators were not standing by. Better Business Bureau does not take. So I guess he had no choice but to contact 911.
Let's go to the higher authority.
A North Charleston Police Department report. Hey, Pete, was that near where you were?
I don't think so.
Notes that White, in a written statement, identified his supplier as C, and said that the drug dealer refused his demand for his $40 and change. He added that he smoked the entire $20 worth of crack before coming to the decision to call 911.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. In the 911 call, White initially and inexplicably asked a police dispatcher to send a canine unit to his location as well. He subsequently explained his predicament, which prompted the operator to ask, quote, "Okay, you said you bought some drugs from them, and they didn't give you your change back?" For his effort, White was arrested and on a disorderly conduct charge for loitering where drugs are used or sold. He was booked into the Charleston County Detention Center, where White has previously found himself on many occasions. Surprise, surprise.
I'm not surprised at all. Sorry.
He is jailed in lieu of a $400 bond, which is way more than the $40 that he sought reparations for.
Man, he should have just been beat and dealt with it.
Cut his losses,
Yeah.
smoked his crack, fucked a couch, and then just called it a
night. Yeah, that's almost as crazy as the as a kid. This kid who it's someplace in America. Fucking white people are nuts. This kid who killed his mom and sister.
Well, that guy wasn't white. His last name was White.
Right.
I was hoping that would be a joke, but it didn't work
the
out.
way it started, for a second, I thought you had heard about this.
No, it's okay. That could almost been a joke. Continue with the real joke. Hurry, Pete.
Oh, it's not funny actually at all. It's this kid killed his mom and sister and then called 911, and there's a recording of it on the YouTubes. Like there pretty much are of everything everywhere.
That's awful.
Yeah, and he's just real kind of, 911 answers, and he's like, I just killed my mom and my sister. The operator's just like, what?
You
like,
did
yeah,
what?
I killed them. Are you sure they're dead? Yep. Well, how'd that, and he just describes
Dead as
the
a
whole
dirty
thing.
donut.
He's just like, you should probably come arrest me or something. It's crazy.
I've been at the fire station for like an hour and a half.
Did you send a taxi
cab.
or
I've got a laptop case with $20,000 in it.
and my hands are covered in spray paint.
Yeah.
Or it could be blood.
Our last story of the evening is called Rock of Asses.
All right, let's end on a positive note.
A Florida man arrested.
Wait, was it licked by Monica Lewinsky?
I don't know yet.
Son of a bitch.
could
How
be.
are we going to... It's all been redacted.
Yeah, redacted and then turned into a Sudoku.
The redactyl.
A redact.
Yeah.
That was redactylus.
This is why we do this at stupid late at night.
Oh,
when
yeah.
Calls on the Zine Zine and
God
I'm
damn.
on the Tireds.
Pete let loose the Jokosaurus Rexes. All right, this one's called the Rock of Asses. A Florida man was arrested Wednesday on drug charges when he told police that he had a bag of cocaine hidden inside his buttocks, which didn't belong to him.
The buttocks or the cocaine?
The cocaine. Good question. Though
this works because this is my Bane impression.
though this, going to get into a segue here. We had to do. We had at where I work. We had our customers stop by, M&M Mars, and they're really big on having very clean plants
Right.
everywhere. I mean, even the boxes they ship their food in, they want it to be clean.
Makes sense.
So we're like, let's make sure the plant is very, very clean. So we immediately, Don had us working, one of our supervisors there, had us working, cleaning things up, doing the traditional sweeping of the walls. Because at Philcro, we sweep walls, mop ceilings. But we were told to leave.
Works.
We were told to sweep the walls and leave the dirt on the floor. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, so
and what makes this extra funny is because it's totally believable.
it's absolutely how we were told to leave it. People actually started, after they swept the floor. First, they tried to sweep the floors because there's dust everywhere, but they couldn't find a broom because they were all being used to sweep the walls. Three of them malfunctioned. It's a long story. So The poor guy that we got to sweep the walls, of course, dust is just pouring everywhere onto him,
Right.
onto his face because you're sweeping up the wall.
Well, yeah, gravity is a thing.
He's like,
after
could
all.
I at least have a dust mask? We didn't want to get him something complicated, just like a regular normal dust mask. I mean,
Right.
the place isn't that filthy, but we're like, yeah, we'll get you one. Of course, there are none in the building. I've been ordering them
Naturally.
for like 5 months straight. Still can't get them. But we do have these extremely complicated, fancy-looking, breather-looking, weirdo masks.
like
that
I
go
used
on.
to wear and going into the Baylor.
Yes. The guy that we had doing it, Mike Langley, is completely shaved to his head bald. So, and it straps all around the back of his head and shit. So the Bane jokes were pouring out. We were all desperately trying to do a Bane impersonation. And we were all missing the mark. I'm like, how could we not do a Bane impersonation? They mixed that fucking movie with his fucking voice all the way to the front. How could we not remember what Bane sounded like?
Because the trick is, so this has been discovered, is you need a cup or a glass or something, and you put that sort of here, and it's like,
You get one of these, and then when
Yes.
Gotham is in ashes, you have my permission to
I want my
die.
permission to sweep the walls. Once all of the dust has been removed from the walls, you can mop the ceiling.
exactly. That actually sounded pretty good.
Thank you. Wow, I got it.
See, that's what you were missing.
I just didn't have enough coding in my system before.
Yep, I can bring that back to work on tomorrow.
Yes. All right. Though the suspect did admit to ownership of a bag of marijuana hidden alongside the coke in his buttocks.
Aha.
I'll take credit for the weed in my ass, but not that bag of cocaine. Apparently, people are just shoving shit up his ass like it's a cubby hole, a communal cubby hole.
Maybe he should go talk to that other guy. It's probably the other $40.
Yeah.
Coke.
The narcotics were discovered by, by a manatee. By Manatee County Sheriff's Office. By a trained manatee. They use them in Florida instead of dogs.
It's because they got to catch him coming in on the raft.
Oh, gotta use the manatees for something.
Well, apparently, if you ride them, you get arrested.
By a Manatee County Sheriff's Office deputy after Raymond
Wow.
Roberts' Hyundai was pulled over on a Bradenton Street for speeding Wednesday morning.
Aha.
Oh, shit.
Trying to escape them manatees.
Investigators who reportedly smelled a strong odor of marijuana emanating from the vehicle subsequently searched the 25-year-old Roberts and discovered his hidden stash.
Oh, snap.
During the search, when Deputy Sean Capiello, quote, felt a soft object in the crack of his buttocks, end quote, the suspect began to tense up. Roberts volunteered to remove the item, which was pretty polite of him.
Yeah.
Let me get it. Hold on, he said, and proceeded to place a clear plastic baggie with a green leafy substance on the car's hood. A subsequent test showed the substance to be marijuana, 4.5 grams worth. I then asked him if that was it, wrote Capiello, and he said yes. But, as the deputy reported, I then searched his shorts again and felt another object that was in the crack of his buttocks. I pulled the object out from the exterior of his shorts, and a clear plastic baggie with a white rock substance fell to the ground. This plastic bag, a test would later determine, contained 27 pieces of crack cocaine. Roberts quickly disavowed ownership of the cocaine.
Yo, that's not my coat.
Quote, the white stuff is not mine, but the weed is, he claimed, adding, the crack in his crack is the property of a friend who had previously borrowed the car and left the drug on the passenger seat.
Was the driver's side door broken and he got in with no underwear on?
Well, I guess, are you suggesting crack rocks are migratory? Somehow,
It's not a question of where he grips it.
what part of his buttocks he grips it with. It's a question of who placed the crack rock in his crack. Roberts explained that when he was pulled over for speeding...
Well, if it's an African drug runner.
Oh, yes. He concealed the second bag of narcotics in his ass. Roberts was charged with marijuana and cocaine possession.
Yeah.
He was freed after posting $1,120 bond. They didn't say where he got the money from.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. It's not like he was fucking a couch.
No, not fucking a couch.
Well, We learned all sorts of exciting things. Well, before we draw to a close here, Pete, was there any kind of a more drunken textuses?
Over here.
Let's see.
No.
From our friend Alex, who turned 21.
Again, happy 21st. He's probably passed the fuck out by now. It's kind of funny.
He probably threw up on the phone and went to sleep.
Yeah, which might be better for everybody. So that the hangover text, or actually the translation text, will probably come through tomorrow.
Barf, 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 barf. Happy birthday to me.
I'm my own best friend.
I'm 21 and I'm throwing up. But the crack rock cocaine in my ass is not
Totally
mine.
Not mine. There's some other guy. It's just a leftover. I was supposed to bring it to him. It was on the passenger seat.
I wanted to keep it warm for him because there's nothing worse than smoking cold crack rock cocaine.
Phone was cold. I put it in my pocket. It's not fun now.
Yeah, I just put it in there to warm it up, to incubate. Later it's going to hatch and this beautiful butterfly is going to fly away.
It'll hatch into an iPhone 5.
Yeah, because that's where they come from. Everybody knows that. They get Chinese people to sit on these crack rock eggs till they hatch.
And then marijuana comes out.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a reverse diamond process.
Yeah. Yeah, if you could form diamonds in people's asses.
Well, coal becomes diamond via pressure. So if you put enough pressure on the crack rock, it turns to marijuana. It
tenses up.
But instead of it becoming a harder substance, it's a leafier substance. It worked in my brain. Go fuck yourselves, internet.
Yeah.
Leave your hate below.
Yeah. So what we learned today, we learned that Alex is turning 21.
Well,
Yay.
it's happened.
Big ups.
It's over now.
Oh.
She's 21.
Well, good job being 21.
Hooray, it's been a whole day. And
We
she probably passed out, so that's about right.
we learned that you cannot contact 911 if a hooker doesn't completely follow through on everything you want.
Well, you can. It's just it's not going to end well for you.
Yeah, it's a bad decision.
You're going to have a bad time.
But then again, if you're fucking a hooker
In a White Castle
in a
bathroom.
White Castle bathroom, you're making bad decisions left.
Right. You're probably unemployed.
We learned that having sex behind a dumpster at a KFC is officially the lowest you can go.
That is pretty gross.
Yes. And we learned don't ever steal the cell phone of someone dying of Ebola.
Nope. Because you will also have a bad time.
Yeah, because those may be your last prepaid minutes on Earth. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
Monica Lewinsky tosses the salad.
And we learned that
Thelma
Monica
11.
Lewinsky tosses Bill Clinton's salad. And
She's that freaky type.
she puts her mouth right on his Oval Office. And
The rusty Oval Office.
thank you, Pete. That's how we wanted to end this episode. Which brings us to you've been listening to That's Life.
That's life.
A Baby Boy production, episode 40. Big 4-0. Thank you so much for listening. Just a reminder, you can listen to any of the season 2 episodes for free at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/That's Life Podcast. That's youtube.com/That's Life Podcast.
Do it.
To listen to or download any of the season 1 and season 2 episodes for free, check us out at that'slifepodcast.com. That's that'slifepodcast.com. Be sure to subscribe, and Pete, say it once again.
Once again.
Subscribe,
motherfuckers.
For instant notification via email whenever new episodes are posted. And Pete gets funky. Tell them about the Facebook page.
Oh, snap, son. We got us a Facebook page. It's over there on the facebook.com/That's Life Podcast. Go there, touch it, love it, rub it, and give it the old like and the share, and leave your questions and comments somewheres, and we will do our best to answer them on the show when we remember to look. You just gotta go like it, and then leave us some of that Facebook. Yeah, look at me go. Leave us some of that YouTube loving too.
Yeah.
Tell me about how I can't speak right when we do the closing bit. Tell us about how Carl said yeah. Tell us about your Monica Lewinsky Rusty Oval Office stories.
Yeah! So if you enjoyed what you've just heard,
When we know you have.
be sure to tell a friend, neighbor, or coworker, and help us spread the laughter and rim jobs as far as we can. So,
From Pete's
and me, Carl, tossing my own salad, we're bidding you an adieu, and a hail to the chief. Adieu. My tossed salad. Hey, would that make it a Caesar salad?
Oh, Jesus. Et tu, Brute?